Good evening, and welcome to this Wednesday, November 8th edition of EastCast. I'm Art Chow with my co-anchor Dave Park to bring you the news of the week. Last Friday, the Home and School Association held its annual Faculty Appreciation Luncheon. In turn, the faculty would like to extend its appreciation to the association for the lavish display. Mr. Carr, the ever-eloquent English 4 honors teacher, summed the event up best. "It was awesome," he said, not realizing that the pronoun it lacked an antecedent. With all the governmental reform in the Soviet Union, East Germany, Poland, and Hungary, you knew it was inevitable. Cherry Hill East has totally rehauled its student government. Cries for democracy have not only been heard in the Soviet bloc and in China, but have also been voiced here in our own school. The new student government will be a true democracy. Anyone can join and express his opinion. Gone are the days of student representatives and petitions. No longer will East deal with the politics of exclusion. This information has not been confirmed since the Constitution has yet to be ratified. It should, however, be ratified by December. Any student who wants to can join the Student Liaison Committee and act as a representative. But even if he doesn't choose this option, he can still vote on any issue directly concerning the students. Meetings will be in the evening, so don't plan on joining just to get out of the class.
On Monday, the World Affairs Club held a mock James Florio-James Quarter debate. Alok Kapoor and Dan Choi represented the Florio team, while Mark Shankin and Tinky Chawal relayed the quarter views. Issues covered abortion, the death penalty, car insurance, pollution, and leadership abilities. This formidable event enlightened the minds of these quasi-intellectuals. Yet another group of witty, quick-thinking, and steel-nerved students has begun preparation for months of grueling competition. The debate team, advised by Mr. Robert Nation, is another East team out to defend its state title. Co-captained by seniors Todd Schoenhaus and Alok Kapoor, the debate team returns only 2 varsity members, but also welcomes 2 junior varsity debaters and 4 promising rookies. In addition to Schoenhaus and Kapoor, the debate team promises seniors Daniel Choi and Alan Schusterman, and 4 juniors, varsity returnee Mark Shankin, and newcomers Bobby Basu, Jason Rubin, and Tinky Chawal. This year's debate topic is prison reform, and with the recent developments in Pennsylvania, this should prove to be a far more personal and immediate impact. Poor Jaja. If only she had East mock trial team on her side, she may not be doing time now. Of all of Cherry Hill East organizations, the mock trial team just might be the most successful. Last year, our aspiring lawyers, clerks, and judges took home the state title, thereby earning them a trip to the national championship in Louisville, Kentucky. In fact, these legal Eagles placed 3rd in the competition and actually came in 1st in the overall point standings. That was last year, but this year's team may be even better. Only 3 members of the mock trial team have graduated. Advisor Ron Hillman and lawyers extraordinaire, Mr. DeMichelle and Mr. Shipley, are already prepping the team for the upcoming meets. So even if you don't get the chance to see these students in action, rest assured they will be thrashing the competition.
As you walk along the corridors of East, you probably glance at some 5x7 black and white pictures of students from years gone by, maybe even marveling at their achievements. You probably don't recognize any of the students from the class of 1980, but now you'll get the chance to meet the outstanding of the class of 1990, the select of the Senior Hall of Fame. The 34 inductees represent the 6% whom the faculty consider to be the most outstanding both in and out of the classroom. Their pictures and brief biographies will be in the showcase in front of communications and will change periodically. Additional students will be honored in February. Cable 18 would like to extend its congratulations to these exemplary seniors. On Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd, the East versus West homecoming game will be held at Jonas C. Morris Stadium adjacent to West. For homecoming this year, the theme is cartoons. The seniors chose to represent the nostalgic Disney, while the juniors opted for the Flintstones. The sophomores are basing their theme on Peanuts, and the freshmen chose Archie. This year it is more important than ever that you cheer our football team to another victory over Cherry Hill West. Get ready for the experience and get psyched for your class and your school.
Preparations are currently being made for the blood drive on November 29th and 30th, Wednesday and Thursday. The blood drive is already accepting applications from those people who want to donate. This year the blood drive goal is 200 pints, and it will surely be reached if you will donate. To be eligible, you must be 17 years of age or older, and you must weigh at least 110 pounds. If you are interested, see Mr. Belchikoff in the activities office. Give blood and give life. Remember, there is absolutely no chance of contracting AIDS by donating. So please, save a life. This week, from Wednesday, November 8th to Friday, November 10th, the New Jersey Education Association will be holding its annual convention in Atlantic City. Also in Atlantic City, the New Jersey All-State Chorus and Orchestra will be rehearsing for a culminating concert on Friday evening in the Atlantic City Convention Center. Several members of East Orchestra and bands will perform in the orchestra, and 7 chorus members will be singing. Following in the tradition of past concerts, this one should prove to be a beautifully musical night.
The cross-country teams ran in the Olympic Conference Finals last Thursday at Gloucester County College. The highlight of the day for East was David Gelt's first-place finish in the freshman race. Adam Sprengel was also in the freshman competition. Chad Harmer led the East boys team, while the girls team was led by Samra Lee. Mr. Stewart and Mr. Witzig would like to thank the members of the cross-country teams for their fine efforts this year.
Last week, the girls field hockey team triumphed over 8th-ranked Southern Regional High School with a shutout of 2-0. Martina Choi pitched this great shutout shortly after she became an American citizen. The 2 goals were scored by Daffodil Tominski and Nicole Recant. This victory was undoubtedly one of the best games of the season. On Saturday, the boys soccer team moved on to the coaches' tournament semifinals with a victory over Cumberland Regional in a tense, nail-biting shootout. Tonight, they will try to better their 10-4-1 record by defeating the fierce Haddonfield team under the lights. The boys' team will fight to the finish to advance on to the coaches' tournament final. The girls' soccer team is well into the playoff season. Once again, the team excels, and they owe thanks to their coach. Carla Schultzberg spoke with Coach Lee Trotman about the team.
Has the sport changed over the years, or has it changed to accommodate the players?
Well, I think that the sport really hasn't changed that much. What we're seeing now is a lot more skilled players as they go through and pick up the skills at a younger age.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a lot easier for a coach because you don't have to teach everything that you did 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm. How did your season go this year?
Well, so far it's going pretty well. We're 11-3-2. We got knocked out of the state tournament, which wasn't so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also in the finals of the coaches tournament, which is nice, and we're also contending for the conference championship. So if you look at it from the goals that we've accomplished, it's going very well. Just wish we would have made the states longer.
Did you expect to go this far?
I expected to go farther, in all honesty. You always look for the maximum from the team. Everyone might have said that we lost a lot of players from last year, but I think all in all as a unit, we played very well.
You have a fairly young team this year.
5 seniors that are graduating and a young team coming up, and next year looks promising as well.
Good. Okay, were you proud of the team for coming back to beat Shawnee in the coaches tournament after you lost to them during states?
Yes, very much so. I don't think we played the state game as well as we could have. So for them to come back the next day with the determination that they had, knowing that it wasn't just a 1-goal game Friday, and not really knowing that Liz would be in goal or not be in goal, I mean, it just shows outstanding character, something that every coach looks for in a team.
That's great. Okay, thank you. Good luck this year at the end at the coaches tournament. And this has been Carla Schultzberg with Mr. Troutman. And now back to the studio.
The boys gymnastics team continued its winning ways last week with a key victory over an avowed rival. Last Friday, the boys soundly beat Shawnee 105.8-99 to preserve their chances at the sectional crown. Stellar performances were turned in by Alex Alon, who scored a 6.0 on the rings, and Ari Goldstein, who scored a personal best of over 44 points in the meet. Josh Meltzer, David Lean, and Dan Hackenberg were medal winners. This Friday is the state championship, and the boys hope to win this one to cap off a stupendous season marred by only 1 defeat. The meet will be especially memorable for seniors Rob Spitz, Jason Schaefer, Alex Alon, and Jeff Gross, who will be triple flipping in the layout position for one last time at the meet. Good luck, guys, and don't forget to eat your Wheaties.
And that's the way it is. Special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hampson, cameraman and editor, to Miss Peggy Beck, advisor, and to Tracy Slobotkin and Jason Malika, student cameraman. Thank you for joining my excellent friend and future Tiger brother, Art Chow, and me, Dave Park, this evening. Stay tuned for the Halloween parades which follow the junior high school news. And I am out of here. Tonight we leave you with Ophelia, who is romping in the November leaves.
Good night,
Good night, Ophelia.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the West Report. I'm Sarah Capist, and coming up later, a look at one of last year's Academy Award-winning movies.
And I'm Leo Sherlock, and I'll update you on all the sports this past week, including the varsity football team's amazing comeback against Camden.
And I'm Andrea Brittner. This past Monday in the Jones Gym at Cherry Hill West, the annual Red Cross blood drive took place. Students gave blood from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. To donate, you had to be 18 years of age or 17 with parental permission and weigh at least 110 pounds. As you can see from this billboard, many people came out to take part in the blood drive. Mr. Schmidt, the faculty advisor of the blood drive, went to a recreation luncheon last Wednesday. West received an award for Best Blood Drive in a Large School. We spoke with Robbie Lumio, the student co-advisor of the blood drive.
This blood drive has been a success. I'd like to thank all the donors who have come down and have donated their blood, and I'd also like to thank all the people of SGO that have helped today throughout the day in helping the donors. We haven't had any problems so far, and I hope that for the rest of the day we'll continue to go smoothly.
West set a goal for 75 pledges, but has well exceeded that goal as 88 students and teachers came out to give blood. Mr. Schmidt was very pleased with this year's turnout and encourages everyone to come out again this spring. And now here's Leo with the sports.
Last Thursday, the boys varsity soccer team played Williamstown in the coaches tournament, winning 2-1. And in the second round of the state tournament, West played Lenape. After a scoreless game, the two teams went into a shootout, and West came out with the victory, winning 8-7. And this past Saturday, they played Willingboro in the coaches tournament, winning 3-1. Last Wednesday, the girls varsity soccer team played Millville in the state tournament. The game ended in a 2-2 tie, and the girls lost in the shootout 3-2. And last Thursday, they lost a hard-fought battle to Washington Township 2-0. Last Tuesday, the girls varsity field hockey team lost in the first round of the state tournament to Toms River East by a score of 1-0. And last Wednesday, they played Washington Township and lost by a score of 1-0. This past Saturday, the varsity football team played Camden and came from behind to earn an 8-8 tie. West was losing 8-0. Then Fred Bowman scored a touchdown from 4 yards out, making the score 8-6. West then attempted a 2-point conversion. Quarterback Walt Clymer passed to John Chadwick, in which it tipped off his hands into the hands of Brett Atkins, making the score 8-8. Then late in the game, when Camden was threatening to score, Chris Karanikis and Mike Sacamano prevented the touchdown, giving West and Camden a final score of 8-8. The cross-country teams Ishwar Kapoor had qualified for the New Jersey State Group 4 Championships to be held on November 11th. Ishwar finished 8th out of over 120 runners in order to qualify. Ishwar also won him a spot on the all-conference team. And this past Thursday, David Zuzga and Dan Ferrara both won medals in the Olympic Conference Championships. David placed 5th and Dan placed 7th out of over 45 freshmen. And finally, the winter sports season is coming up, and physicals for bowling, track, and wrestling will be held on November 15th. And now here's Liz Ballas to tell us what's happening.
Thank you, Leo. As usual, a variety of events are going on at West. Last week, Monday through Wednesday, Cherry Hill West held its annual pumpkin contest. Pumpkins were displayed in the lunchroom, and the students chose the best one by depositing money into the can. The proceeds from this contest went to UNICEF. Thank you to all of those organizations who helped with the pumpkins. Auditions for the 3-act play took place last Thursday and Friday in the auditorium. West presents Dirty Work at the Crossroads as this year's 3-act play. One of the most important events that has taken place at West is the SAT and achievement testing. These tests were taken last Saturday and are very important for college-bound students. If you would like to take the SATs or achievements, it is not too late to do so. Contact your guidance counselor for any upcoming test dates. The French Club held a luncheon last Sunday at the Beau Rivage. The purpose of this luncheon was to experience French cuisine while also inducting the French Club officers. The new officers are Robbie Lumio, President, Rachel Gold, Vice President, Lisa Maloney, Secretary, and Joelle Durbin, Treasurer. Congratulations and good luck to each with your new office. I hope all of you have caught up on your tests and handed in all of your assignments, because today was the end of the first marking period, and on November 1st, report cards will be distributed. Starting tonight, students from all public schools in New Jersey will be able to relax and take a little time off. Thursday and Friday, the annual NJA convention will take place in Atlantic City. This convention gives the faculties in public schools an opportunity to attend workshops and meetings. Not only will the NGA convention be beneficial to the teachers, but it will also surely be enjoyed by the students. And that's what's happening. And now here's Jordan Katz and Steve Perrone with a special addition to the West Report.
Hi, I'm Steve Perrone.
And I'm Jordan Katz. For those of you who haven't seen it, last year's Academy Award-winning box office smash, Rain Man, starring Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman, just arrived out in video stores, and let me tell you this, it's a hit.
The story is about an arrogant, selfish car dealer who, after being cheated out of his father's will, discovers that the beneficiary is a brother he never knew he had.
His brother, Raymond Babbitt, played by Dustin Hoffman, is not only very shy and sensitive character, but an autistic.
So taking his brother from the institution that he is in and trying to convince him to give him half the money he thinks he deserves, Charlie Babbitt soon discovers that Raymond's well-being is a lot more important than his wealth.
In this scene, Charlie has recently met Raymond and is beginning to realize his disabilities.
57, lifetime batting average, 298, big
Reads and remembers whatever he gets his hands on.
Oh, Vern, you understand, because these people are going to be here all day, Vern. This is an unannounced visit, Vern. This is definitely not a weekend visit, Vern.
You're getting anxious.
It's okay, Ray. Vern. This is an unannounced visit, Vern.
Put it back, and then not to touch the book.
Not to touch book.
You like Shakespeare, Ray?
I don't know.
Did you read all this?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Vern.
You read Macbeth?
I don't know, Vern.
You read Hamlet?
I don't know, Vern.
You read The Twelfth Night?
Stop it.
Yes. You read all these stories that are in this book, and you don't know if you read the book.
I don't know. You're in.
You don't know.
Maybe you better put it back.
You don't know. Okay, no, Ray, take it easy. I won't touch anything else yet.
Okay, Ray. Okay, come on. I'm main man.
Vern, my main man.
It's an awesome movie, so don't miss it.
Yeah.
Attention all you juniors and seniors interested in going to college. You now have the chance to see the area colleges before filling out your applications. Several colleges and universities are sponsoring open houses and conferences so students can get a first-hand look at their campuses. On November 15th, the Philadelphia Civic Center will be the location of the Philadelphia National College Fair. Be sure not to miss it. Colleges sponsoring open houses are the University of Pennsylvania, Beaver College, Towson State University, Johns Hopkins University, and Drexel University. See your counselor for more information. The annual Mr. West pageant is here once again. It all happens at 7:30 tonight in the West Auditorium. The contestants this year are John Chadwick, Mr. Adorable, Eric Jamerson, Mr. Wonderful, Mark Savalas, Mr. Bad to the Bone, Adam Shaw, Mr. Softy, Mike Stickleys, Mr. Sickle, Brett Atkins, Mr. Modesty, William Blauville, Mr. Bill, Pat Murphy, Mr. Untalented, Steve Migliora, Mr. Mig, Simon Wong, Mr. Wonton, Albert Savalas, Mr. Calicky Bound, and Bryant Hicks, Mr. Babyface. You still have time to get over to West and see those adorable guys strut their stuff.
Be sure to stay tuned for the Beck and Carusi Junior School News after tonight's broadcast of West Report. And remember when you were a kid and dressed up for Halloween? Well, tonight, Cable 18 has a special treat for you and the family at 7:30, so be sure to tune in. Be sure to tune in for another edition of West Report next week. I'm Andrea Brittner, and for the entire West News staff, thanks for watching and have a nice vacation.
Good evening and welcome to Carusi News. I'm Aaron Lazar. This past Monday was Carusi's first skating party of the year, and from what I've heard, it sounded like it was a great night. This next announcement is for 8th graders only. On Monday, November 20th, Mr. Gallagher from the vocational school will be here during enrichment to speak with any 8th grader who is interested in learning more about the vocational high school. There will be a slide presentation and you will be able to ask questions about the program. Seats are limited for this presentation, so sign up immediately with your guidance counselor. Remember, this meeting will be held on November 20th at 8:45 in C13. Now let's go to sports with Jennifer Aaron. Jen?
Thanks, Aaron. On Wednesday, November 1st, Carusi's 7th grade soccer team avenged its only loss of the season by defeating Glen Landing 2-0. The team was led by captains Halpin, Thiel, and Hirsch. The Iron Curtain defense put up the goalies Sackey and Groves proved impossible to penetrate. The scoring star was Aaron Pesnell, who hustled all game and made both goals. On Thursday, November 2nd, a unique game was played against Pennsauken as our 7th and 8th grades combined to beat the 8th grade Pennsauken team 5-1. Making the goals were Brock Atkins, Aaron Pesnell, Dave Peasy, and Jim O'Donnell. Moving on to 7th grade field hockey, the Mini Mustangs continued their winning ways as they rolled over Pennsauken with a 2-0 victory. On to the 8th grade field hockey. On November 6th, Carusi's 8th grade field hockey team sadly lost their last game of the season against Collingswood. In a final wrap-up of the soccer and field hockey season, the record of the 8th grade soccer team is 7 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. For the 7th grade soccer team, the final record is 11 wins and 1 loss, while the 7th grade field hockey team closed out the year with 9 wins and 1 loss. As for the 8th grade field hockey team, they closed out the year with 6 wins, 4 losses, and 4 ties. Stay tuned to Carusi News when we will bring you up to date with the winter season with sports such as basketball and wrestling. All of Cherry Hill is especially proud of the Babe Ruth baseball team. They were invited to the White House yesterday by President Bush for winning their World Series. Also in attendance were the professional World Series champions, the Oakland A's. Congratulations. Back to you, Aaron.
Thanks, Jen. Before I return to more announcements, I would like to introduce Allison Larder. She is making her debut on Carusi News. Allison will be interviewing one of the school's staff members. Allison?
Thank you, Aaron. My guest today, who is known to you as a teacher, has a different capacity here at Carusi. Let me introduce to you the new acting vice principal, Mr. Perfigo.
Hi, Allison.
Hi. Do you like your new position here at Carusi?
I do. It's definitely different. It's challenging. Very active position. Keeps me busy all day.
Do you miss being a teacher with the students in the classroom?
Teaching is a true love of mine. I've taught for many years, and I love teaching.
How long have you worked here at Carusi?
I've been involved with Carusi for 16 years and left for 2 years for a period of time.
That 2 years that you left, where'd you go?
For that period of time, I left on a leave of absence to get some administrative experience, and I had a principal's position in Fairfield Township.
Okay. Have you encountered any problems at your new position here?
Well, I don't know if you want to call them problems. The job of assistant principal in the building is a very active one. Different things happen on a daily basis, sometimes almost by the minute. And it's a matter of reacting to them and dealing with each one. And they're all important.
Well, I wish you success at your new endeavor, and thank you for joining us today on Carusi News.
Thank you, Allison.
School will be closed tomorrow and Friday for the New Jersey State Teachers Convention in Atlantic City. Teachers are reminded to make sure to attend all necessary meetings and don't get hooked in the casinos. Well, I hope you all did your patriotic duty yesterday by visiting the voting polls, and I also hope your favorite candidate won. Well, that's about it for this week's edition of Carusi News, and join us again in 2 weeks on November 22nd. For Jennifer, Allison, and the entire Carusi News team, I'm Aaron Lazar saying good night and enjoy your 4-day weekend.